Right at that moment, suddenly the Sycorax starts to talk English. And you get that chill up the back of your spine.
Aye.
Why can they understand him now? Why is he speaking English? And then they go, it's working. And if the TARDIS translator's working, that means, and they turn around and the door's open, and there he is.
Yeah.
And he saves the day in 5 minutes. He stops the whole blood control thing that takes all the people off the top of the building. He has a sword fight. He loses his hand. He grows a new hand. He grows a fighting hand. And then he has that badass moment at the end where he throws the Satsuma and it knocks the guy off the thing and he goes, no second chances, I'm that sort of a
Is
man.
that the same episode of, doesn't she look tired?
Yes.
Isn't that episode as well? So as well as all that, and just because he's walking past, he takes out an outfit.
But that's the same
and that's the Doctor.
With the amount of emotions there.
Yeah.
You're like, he just switched, went bang, 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 straight all the time.
But it's not just that. It's the fact that this Doctor arrived fully formed.
Yeah.
And so you missed him. It was worth the build-up.
But the thing about it is, what you're saying about David Tennant is that Tennant had that moment in his first episode. Smith had his moment in that first episode. I'm not going to lie, I actually don't remember what Capaldi's moment was.
I think
He didn't have one.
He didn't really have one.
Copy the David Tennant's because he did stay in bed a lot and at the start of it.
He
He was talking about
eventually
his face, wasn't he? About why have I got these
Yeah,
eyes? Am I a good man?
He
a bad
eventually
man?
got his moment halfway through. Like, I actually think it was toward the end of his first series with the boneless. You know, the things that were like spray painted on the side of walls that moved. And like he sort of regrows the TARDIS and steps out of it and goes, I'm the Doctor and I name you the Boneless. And like he gets rid of them. So as I was saying, with Matt Smith's first episode, they did the exact opposite they did with David Tennant, where it was desperation.
Yeah.
The guy's lost his TARDIS. He's lost his sonic screwdriver. He's 20 minutes to save the Earth before it's destroyed.
Yeah.
And it built it up, and it built up the tension. And he has to get this girl, Amy Pond, who he let down when she was a kid. He has to get her to trust him again.
Yeah.
And when he overcomes this at the end, and that final moment where he puts on the costume, he steps through a hologram of David Tennant's face and says, hello, I'm the Doctor, basically, run.
Yeah.
He's the Doctor at that moment.
Yeah.
With
But that's-
Jodie Whittaker's first episode,
But that's what I was going to say. Whittaker doesn't have that moment, and what they've done is they waited the whole way through the series to give her that moment in the New Year's special, and it falls flat. And you kept waiting for her to have that moment when she became the Doctor.
See, to finalise the point that I was saying with David Tennant's episode and Matt Smith's episode, with Jodie Whittaker's first episode, she arrives and she's perfect. She falls out of an exploding police box, crashes through the top of a train, she's immediately fine and stops the big squid monster thing.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a sonic screwdriver, doesn't matter, I can build a new one. She goes through the entire episode. She knows what she's doing. Everything's fine. Halfway through it, she collapses for no reason, so they can have the whole regeneration energy thing seen, and it just feels so clunky and forced in it. And right at the end, that scene where she's supposed to jump from one crane to the other crane falls flat completely for 2 reasons. One, she's been perfect. Everything's worked out for her through this episode so far, so of course she's going to make the jump across the crane. 2, even if she fell, it doesn't matter. She fell out of a TARDIS and smashed through a train, and she was fine.
Interesting thing about that crane scene, because the night we watched it, we actually paused it, rewatched it a couple
I
of times.
think I know what you're going to say. The bar
gate disappears.
The gate.
The gate in front of her disappears.
And one of the biggest continuity errors of the show's history.
Because when she runs to the end of the gate, originally there's a gate basically to stop people from falling over. And as she's running towards it, the gate's there. But then when she jumps, it shows her foot on the edge of the platform. And she leaps. And me and my son were both like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Where'd the
gate go? And we're winding back, and the gate's gone.
Yeah,
that's great.
Like, it's just gone.
If you're going to film that scene, take the gate off for the
Just take the gate
entirety of
away.
the scenes that you're filming.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
And again, the one thing that this season of Doctor Who has taught me is that all men are bad fathers and all men are bad.
Yeah,
and in this
terrible.
one, for all its progressiveness, she said, I said, at least it's progressive. In this one, you can be a bad dad and be a black guy. It's not just the white guys that are bad. All men are bad.
Hey, black guys aren't perfect.
Yeah.
What a great New Year's message.
Thank you, Doctor Who.
La, la, la.
The greatest enemy that Doctor Who has ever faced at this stage is Chris Chibnall.
Yeah.
He's a terrible writer. He hasn't a clue what he's doing.
He's a hack
He has
fraud.
No impact. He's a hack fraud. And you know what? And I'm just going to say, Jodie Whittaker deserves better.
Yeah.
She
But
does.
like-
It's in her to be a really good doctor,
Chibnall-
and they are not giving her anything.
Chibnall didn't even want the job.
He literally didn't want the job.
Yeah, like 5 years
You
ago.
can tell he didn't want the job.
No, 5 years ago, whenever the 50th anniversary came out, they were talking to him about it, and they were going, would you ever want to take over the show one day? And he said, I'd rather shoot myself in the face.
Yeah. Well, we would rather that too.
Yeah.
Get that man a gun.
Yeah, Brock broadcast that as your live New Year's Day special.
Good Lord.
Bye,
One
everybody.
chibnall, one handgun.
Brutal. And you know what? And the thing about it is that it's quite telling, and that Rotten Tomatoes at the minute, it's sitting, the whole season's sitting at critics' view 96%, and the fans, the view is 26%.
Yeah,
my God.
because there's such a disconnect between the critics and fans. It's Ghostbusters all over again.
It's Ghostbusters, it's Star Wars, and the thing about it is, and I'm going to, we can't put forward this enough, the problem isn't women. We
No.
don't have a problem with the women Ghostbusters, the women being strong in Star Wars, the women in Doctor Who. It's nothing about that. It's just lazy writing, and it's just agenda behind everything.
Well, see,
Just
here-
get back to the basics. Write the show as it is.
Here's my big problem with it. My big problem with it is feminism in today's society. I'm a big believer in feminism. I believe all people should be treated equally.
That's no,
like
you're an
crap.
egalitarian then.
No, well, I believe in feminism in a sense that for what those women stood for.
Yeah.
They
You don't
stood-
believe in the in third wave feminism. You
No, I don't
for
believe in third wave
second
feminism at all,
Third
no.
wave feminism, no.
There's
What-
a third way.
But here's my
Yes,
issue.
your Doctor Who is the third wave feminism.
Feminism no longer exists in today's society. Feminism now is a bastardized version that is used as a marketing tactic.
Yeah.
And whenever you do that, whenever you have this nonsense online on social media that says, oh, women are being oppressed and women need like more roles in cinemas and women need this, that and the other, you're undoing everything that feminism stood for.
Yeah.
And do you know what? Everyone went to see Ghostbusters 2016 and said, well, it was a terrible movie, but I watched it because I'm not a sexist. And I went to see this, that, and the other because I'm not a sexist. And I support this new series of Doctor Who because I'm not a sexist.
Yeah. And every...
But here is the worst bit of it. The worst bit of it is the fact that you're not supporting feminism by watching this crap. You're not.
You're actually doing it. You're making the problem worse.
All you're doing is funding the corporations and the companies that made these shows.
Mm-hmm.
And they have lied to you. They have tricked you into giving them your cash. They're not taking that money and giving it to a women's shelter or to a rape crisis centre. They are taking it and putting it into their bank accounts.
Exactly.
It's not helping
being
feminism.
manipulated. Yeah, of course. Because these guys don't care. They really don't care. But the interesting thing, because I'm reading all the reviews of Doctor Who, and it's the same as the reviews of Ghostbusters and everything else, all of the positive reviews are starting with, it's great to finally have a woman in this role.
Oh, great.
And that's not the point. The point is, it should start with, this is a good TV series. This is a well-written TV series. I believe this character. I want to be part of these events. That's not what they're saying. What they're saying is, progress is great. Progress is great. Of course. Of course it's great. But, God, can we just get some writers?
Yeah, but it's progress for progress's sake. It's not naturally evolved progress.
Yeah.
It's not a case of going like, okay, here's why the Doctor's a woman now. Here's what's so great about it that separates it, makes it better. Whenever she first regenerated, I thought, finally, they're going to do something different because we're going to see this main character react to things, go to new places that they couldn't go before because they were a man. No, it's the same schlock all over again.
Yeah, only now she keeps saying, if I was a man, this wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly...
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
That's what switched me off about that Witches episode entirely.
Anyway, yeah, no, that did annoy me a wee bit. But anyway, okay, right. So, anyway, rant over. So,
We're in a happy
You're listening
place.
to Following the Nerd. All sexism all the time.
Right, so Kevin Feige has confirmed that the work is going to start progress in the next sort of 6 months or so and bringing the Fox, X-Men, Fantastic Four stuff into the MCU.
I've
pretty
actually
interesting.
heard stuff on this to the point where they were saying that the new Avengers movie Endgame, they have like protocols and stipulations in place to go back and refilm little kind of brief cameos and scenes that tie in
I can't see it.
the X-Men.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well,
But like
there's
it's
been
not
a
going to
big
be
rumor.
something obvious.
There's been a big rumor for the last few days that Hugh Jackman was going to be in
No.
thing because Yahoo leaked it.
No.
It's not going to happen. That's not. That's I can't.
It's not going to be something big like that. It's going to be something like
They couldn't keep that a secret because remember with Spider-Man and Civil War,
Yeah.
eventually they had to be like, right, okay, yes, he is. Here's a trailer.
Yeah.
You know, because the new people were going to find out. You don't not find out about that.
It'll be something like when they undo the snap, it'll merge realities together or something.
That's exactly, and that's probably the best way to do it. Yeah.
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 Hopefully they'll do that.
Right. I know. I know you saw Bumblebee
Yes.
Bumblebee.
and
Yes.
you loved Bumblebee.
Oh, amazing.
Have you seen it
Such a
on
good
yet?
movie.
have.
And did you love it?
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I did. I didn't love it, but I really liked it. Okay. I had
Because
problems
it's you,
with it.
you've got to nitpick everything.
I did have problems with it. I'm not even going to talk about my review of it. That's not what my point is. But my point is this: that the writer of it has said that they don't know now if they're even going to get a sequel because not enough people are going to see it. It's doing awful at the box
Really?
office.
What?
It's
Yeah,
doing
I think
really
that's
bad.
you were saying, like Into the Spider-Verse isn't doing too
Really,
well
the
either.
Spider-Verse is doing really bad as well.
you
Yeah,
serious?
yeah. It's both of them are pretty much tanking at the box office at the minute.
See, the worst thing is now
Oh, I
that
actually thought they were doing really well.
like
No.
we've got to the stage now where just franchise fatigue is set in because we've had awful movie upon awful movie.
Yeah.
And now we're actually getting something good. Everyone's like, we're not falling for your tricks anymore.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't like the third one. You said the
Definitely
fourth
with
one was going to be
Transformers,
better.
that's what's happening. People
Yeah.
are put off because the last movie's been crap.
Yeah.
Like
The Last Night is laughably awful.
one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
It is. I actually. It sort of subverted it for me. Where do you know what? Like it's like the wheel of the worst. Like it goes round to the point where it's awful, but it keeps going past where it should have
Yeah.
stopped, and
Yeah.
it gets to the point where it's near brilliant because
Yeah.
it's so bad.
Yeah.
Like that's The Last Night for me. Like they have scenes in this movie which are shot with 3 different camera types. Like there's letterbox, there's a
and
shorter
it
letterbox
flicks from different-
like
yeah.
the IMAX thing, but. That's okay if you're someone like Christopher Nolan who shoots an entire scene in IMAX. But with Michael Bay, he shot different shots in the same scene with all these different camera setups.
Yeah.
It's
He didn't
hilarious.
care. He didn't care.
It's amazing.
But yeah, so basically, it looks like it's kind of the Last Jedi effect on Solo.
Yeah, it's
where
the
the
same
Last
thing.
Night effect. Ooh, there we go. Huh?
The Last Jedi, The Last Night.
The Last
yeah.
Jedi is having the same effect on Bumblebee because Bumblebee,
For box
to me,
office.
Bumblebee was as good as Solo. I would put it in the same kind of category as Solo.
I would put it higher than Solo.
Okay, well, maybe a wee bit higher.
really,
Yeah, maybe
really
a wee bit
enjoyed
higher.
Bumblebee.
But it's suffering because of it. Now, the problem with that is that if we're not going to get a sequel to Bumblebee, it may not. We've also found out there's an Optimus Prime movie in the works, which may not happen, and there's a Cybertron
no.
movie in the works,
No. Yeah, it was
like,
which may not happen.
Transformers 1, I think it was called.
Okay, I don't think there's been any, but yeah, I mean, it probably would be called something like that. There's been no plans so much for it so far. Which is
broke me
really,
tonight.
Yeah.
which is kind of disappointing because at the end of Bumblebee, I was like, "That was pretty good. I
Yeah.
need the next
Yeah.
movie."
Yeah.
It was sort of like the great little starting off point again because it's clearly a reboot. Like
It did confuse me with the him transforming into the car from Michael Bay one. That was
yeah, that Sam Witwicky
yeah.
gets
'Cause
in
kind of going, is this a
2007.
whole reboot? Because I actually was going into this movie going, it's a whole reboot.
I think it is. I think it is. Cybertron looks completely different. The designs of the
Massively
robots
different.
look different.
Yeah.
The style, the tone, it actually feels like an 80s movie. Like I did a little kind of write-up review of it myself. I don't know if you read it.
I did, yeah.
Where I said like it actually feels like someone wrote this in 1987
Yeah.
and left it in a drawer until technology could catch up.
Yeah.
Because funny, somebody was saying like it's not an 80s movie in the same way that X-Men Apocalypse was, where
No.
we just went to see Empire Strikes Back. Look at our Michael Jackson jackets. It
Yeah.
wasn't like that. It actually felt like it was
it was,
written
yeah.
in the 80s. And it did have that sort of feeling.
Yeah, it's the fact that I actually sat down and watched a Transformers movie where there were setups and payoffs within the same movie.
Yeah.
When's the last time that happened?
Long ago.
Like I mean, they have nice little setups, but it kind of feels like they could have fixed it a little bit more. I mean, I'll talk about it briefly, but there is one scene in it where you think Bumblebee's died, and you're
Yes.
like, "Oh no, Bumblebee's dead. What shall we do?" And then you see her; she gets the gun and she's electroshocking him, and it doesn't work. So I thought what they were going to do is they were going to give up, and then she was going to look, and there's like a little wire or something that's snapped or broken,
Oh, like
and she would
yeah.
like twist that back together, and he would wake up again. And he's not fully fixed, but he's fixed enough. And then at the end, whenever she has to do the big high dive that they actually set up throughout the movie,
Yeah, that
and
was
she
pretty
does
good.
that, and she dives down. Bumblebee's under the water, and he's lying there. I thought she's going to go up to him, and then she'll twist the little wire together again, and then that gives her a reason for jumping into the water. But in the final movie, she jumps in the water, and Bumblebee's just sort of there, and he's fine.
Yeah, that was a bit.
You know, so I thought, give her a little something to do there. Like, set it up earlier on whenever she's trying to fix him, and then at the end, she fixes him.
Why did he need to lose his voice again? I liked talking Bumblebee.
Because Starstream needed something to do.
I know, good lord, like, can we
Oh,
just
don't-
let him talk?
That moment
I could
annoyed
never
me.
understand that throughout the whole Transformers Michael Bay movies. Why could he not talk? I don't understand the motivation behind it.
That doesn't make any sense.
I think it was supposed to be cutesy. It was supposed to be that
stupid,
whole
though.
Elliot and E.T. relationship thing where they can't physically talk to each other.
Yeah.
So that like it all has to be done sort of like with actions and stuff.
Starscream's moment and it really annoyed me. That part.
Yeah, yeah.
No, they killed him.
Right, okay. So we'll talk a little bit more about Bumblebee anyway, because I'm pretty sure it's going to pop into our best and worst things of the year. Stranger Things on New Year's Eve revealed that it's coming back on July 4th.
July 4th, yeah.
Again, we'll talk about this a bit later on as well, but I was sort of hoping we'd see it sooner. I was kind of
Yeah,
hoping
same
January,
here.
February for this.
No, that would
because they
agree
did
with that.
tease early in the year, but
But it's the fact that like a few weeks ago they came out with all the episode titles.
Yeah.
And this thing's still 6 months away.
And the thing was, they put out on Twitter on New Year's Eve about 10 o'clock our time, which is GMT, but whatever time it was there. Something big coming tonight. Get excited, and everybody on Twitter was like, "Oh my god, are you going to drop the series tonight? Oh my god, Stranger Things is back tonight. Oh my!" And then I was like, "Oh no, it's coming out in July."